Well, depression comes out of a lot of feelings of powerlessness. It comes out of a lot of negative thoughts about ourselves, negative judgments about ourselves, feeling unable to do something to solve a problem. And the depression comes out of just that kind of powerlessness and the negative energy. If we can get to the causes of that, or the anxiety comes out of that too. If we were treated in certain ways by other classmates, or treated that way by our parents, or by other siblings, or neighborhood kids, and if we were modeled by that, if our parents were going around talking about what they feared and what they worried about and how they worried about us, about this or that or the other, all that does is program in the fear and the anxiety. And so we just need to catch that and to realize, nope, that's the human ego. It's been called, it's the liar, the great deceiver, the wolf in sheep's clothing, the devil. It's been called all those names through the centuries. But we don't want that to be our ruler and to keep us in pain, because hell and heaven are states of mind now, not places out there, some other geographical area. Like even though the Christian church made hell a geographical place, but Jesus in the Bible said different. No, don't go seeking for the kingdom of heaven out there somewhere. It's inside you, he said. And that was even present in the Christian Bible. And so if we can see that, we can take care of what's inside us then and take our power back. Whether you put it in that spiritual perspective or whether you put it in the psychological perspective, it does not matter. It's whichever one is more meaningful to you. To do, I'm going to use the tools to take back my intrinsic power and to realize I'm interconnected with the all that is. The new science of quantum physics says it, ancient spiritual wisdom says it. So all that together tells me I'm not alone and I'm separate, even though I've been living this illusion because of the way people treated me when I was younger. But if I clear those traumas and then incorporate some other images in my mind and rehearse those, I change my whole programming. Yeah, we are not alone because we're part of one unified field, and even science says that now. But we can implement using tools to help us reach that. One simple thing we can do is just stop and do deep breathing, as I've mentioned before. Is that if we do the deep breathing, we supply more oxygen to our brains. It calms down the cortisol and adrenaline. And that gives us more use of our brains. We start with that. Or we can do clearings of our old traumas. Or we can study what habit of thought patterns we have that put us down. Or we're feeling judging ourselves or diminishing ourselves. All of those we can use to take back our intrinsic power. And that we're part of that oneness of the universe. And we have the power to move out of hell into heaven now, not some geographical place. We have the power now to move out of fear and into peacefulness. We have that power, and one of the good things we can do is we can learn more and more tools that support our doing that, rather than supporting the old fears and worries. And so much of the world functions more at that fear level. Most of the movies around, so many of the TV shows, so much of the news, so much of it's there. Why? Because it stimulates cortisol and adrenaline, and people can make more money on presenting that. But that doesn't help us and ourselves. It just helps us feel more disturbed, and we get hooked into it, and they can make more money because we're addicted to that cortisol and adrenaline. But we can return to peace instead. Peace and happiness and joy and love, and those all give us more strength, not littleness, as many people think, but that gives us our intrinsic power. Certainly, if you'd like to learn more about these methods or these tools or the combinations of them and how they work, I'll be glad to talk with you about it. You could contact me by phone or by email, or you could call me and we can make an appointment or two, and we could discuss it more in relation to your area, your issues, your problem areas, and what would be effective for you to do together. So I'd be happy to explore those things with you. I have people who want to come in person can see me in New York City or in Westport, Connecticut. Others may prefer to have session by Zoom or telephone or FaceTime or things like that. So that's possible too, especially during this coronavirus situation. So whatever works for you is I'm open to explore with you. But I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have about what this therapy is like.